Howdy everybody. Just wanted to do a really quick video to say victory! Yes, Six Gun Gorilla Long Days of Vengeance, the Indiegogo campaign, has surpassed its $3,000 goal. It is currently at $4,500. We did it. Oh, I want to say I did it, but I can't say I did it. The fact of the matter is that I couldn't have done this without your support, the people that have given to the campaign. If you haven't, that's cool. If you're a friend of mine, if you're a personal friend of mine, and I don't see your name on that shipping list, don't worry, we're totally cool. You know, my comic's not for everybody. Not everybody even reads comics. A lot of people don't even know how to read a comic, and that's not out of stupidity. It's out of just ignorance of the medium itself. But I digress. Really quick, just wanted to give big ups to Antonio Bryce and to Clint Stoker at Sweetcast. Yeah, Antonio's channel, of course, is at Akari Press. Just wanted to say, you guys had me on your streams. You had me on your channels. I was awkward as hell, having never done this before, and just a wee bit nervous. Funny thing is, I can speak in front of like large crowds. I've like given speeches to like a room full of like 300 people and been like totally chill. There's just something, I don't know, very odd about this new medium. You know, basically we've got the video phones from Blade Runner. Always wondered what that would be like, and well, this is it. But I digress again. I wanted to thank you guys for having me on your streams and helping me promote the comic. I saw significant blips after being on your shows. Even if I hadn't, I could say this in all honesty, I still would feel very grateful to you. Anybody that does me a favor, even if it doesn't lead to a success, it still has a special place in my heart. I like to think I try to be a man of honor, and I never forget a kindness. So I owe you. Don't think, you can use that against me sometime if you like, okay? The other people, Ethan Van Sciver, you didn't have me on your show, even though you said you were going to have me on your show. Don't worry, that's totally cool. I know you've been dealing with mad crazy drama. I don't feel entitled to have, to being on anybody's live stream. It's something I'm grateful for if it's given, and if it's not, swear to God, I don't hold that against you. I never would. That would be stupid. And let's see, the Comics Gate community as a whole. Mikey Woods. Oh God, I can't. Seriously, I need to start writing these names down and just read off a list of all the people who retweeted the campaign, were active in the chat rooms. Helping me pimp my book or pimping my book for me. You know who you are. I know who you are, and I just can't remember all your names right now off the top of my head. And your efforts have been appreciated. Are appreciated. I just want you to know that. So now I'm going to print this dang thing. I'm not sure who I'm going to be using for a printer. Greco is who I normally go through. I'm finding on the chat rooms, if you ask people what printer they're using, nobody wants to tell you. I'm like, why is this a thing? It makes no sense to me. I've used Greco in the past for my floppies, and let's see, for these puppies, and totally professional quality, nice glossy paper, very, very easy to get these folks on the phone too, I might add. I had a good experience with them, but I'm talking about printing a trade paperback. That's, basically all 6 of these in one handy dandy trade paperback volume because, well, it's just nice to be able to put a comic book on your shelf, isn't it? Not having to fucking dig through those damn boxes and the Mylar Snuggies and all that other crap. I was never a comic book collector. I was always just a comic book reader. So not that old comics aren't still cool. I'm not going to front there. I'm not going to lie. Comic lover to the bone since I was a little boy, and till the day I die, I don't doubt. So yeah, onward and upward, and once again, thanks to everybody who helped out. Like I said, Ethan, you didn't have me on your on your stream. That's totally cool. You still gave me a big boost. You just going on there and just saying, like, literally, like, oh, Brian Christgau. I love Brian Christgau. I love Six Gun Gorilla. Whoop! My sales went up, bro. No mistake. Every time I spammed you guys, and I was spamming you, I've always tried to mention the comic in the super chat. If I managed to like goad you into like talking about it, my sales went right up. So basically, I paid you for advertising, and you delivered. But yeah, much love to you. And God, I know. Oh well, Cecil, Tug also. Thank you, Tug, for mentioning the book. I think you're one of the people that helped me get right across that finish line on that last day. Let me tell you, I was sweating, and y'all came through for me. I like to think that I'm part of this community now, even if I'm sort of on the fringes of it. That's cool. I just want you to know that I am dedicated to Comicsgate. I believe. I think the community is a varied one. Diversity of thought is welcome. I know that Comicsgate tends right, but I've never had somebody say like, "Oh, what? You're a progressive? You're a Democratic Socialist member of the Green Party and everything like that." Well, this is Trump country, man. You need to get the hell out. Nobody ever said that to me. Everybody always was, and even some of the more conservative people were like, "Oh, do you love comics? Do social justice warriors drive you like up the freaking wall? Do you oppose censorship and blacklisting?" Yeah. Immediately, people were like, "Then you're welcome here." Totally cool. I think that this is a community that first came together because people really, really were pissed off by social justice warriors, and I understand that. These are people I try not to hate. I'm a Christian, and that means not judging, and that means definitely not hating, especially over some such petty bullshit. But they do annoy me. And I have friends who are social justice warriors, I like to think the people on the right that drive me nuts and the people on the left that drive me nuts, you're still all my brothers and my sisters. Unless I want to date you, then you're not my sister. It's just been a really positive experience. I look forward to being part of this scene in the future. It's like I said, not about hating SJW so much as it is a love of comics, a love for this medium, a desire to see it survive. I think we're on the cusp of something that could be major. Is it going to be as major as the Image revolution? No, I don't think so. We're watching our beloved medium dying. We're Japanese comics, and don't get me wrong, there are plenty of Japanese comics that are awesome. Berserk is definitely one of my favorites. Japanese comics are outselling American comics like 10 to 1. This is while there are, every blockbuster at the movie theaters now is based on like a Marvel or a DC comic, and nobody is buying DC or Marvel comics. Nobody's buying comics. That's because, you know, you weren't going to get any new fans out of the people that were coming from the MCU, but you could have gotten a lot of the old fans back. But no, they blew it. And now I feel like it's up to us to make the kind of comics that people actually want to read, that aren't simple political screeds. I'm not saying that there can't be political stuff in comics. Absolutely. The issue is that feeling obliged to put identity politics into your comics. Yeah, I don't like people telling me what not to write, and I also don't like people telling me what to write, especially if you're not paying me. If you're paying me and I've accepted the job, fine, you can tell me to write whatever, okay? But you're not even paying me and you're telling me what to... Fuck you. It's not going to happen. No, sorry. Didn't fall for political correctness when it was in the 90s. Not falling for it this time. It's censorious, book-burning bullshit. And I think that once the trend has ended, there's going to be a lot of people embarrassed with eggs on their face, who are going to be very loath to admit that they were doing the kind of things that they're doing right now. You know, I've had me because, you know, I talked to my neighbor who is a Trump voter. Like, how can you talk to that person? How could you talk to somebody that voted for that orange maniac? That person is my neighbor. That person's a human being. And I'm going to go over and I'm going to talk to him. And we get along just fine, you know, because we respect each other. We respect, you know, people being able to have their own beliefs. Even if I think people are like voting for the wrong person, that's still a human being there. And I think, if anything, we need to increase communication, not diminish it. More speech. How do you fight censorship? More speech. Always. Anyway, I've been pontificating now, haven't I? All right, I'm going to try to cut you loose here. Check the link down below for the Indiegogo campaign for Six Gun Gorilla, Long Days of Vengeance. I promise you, you are going to love this comic. It's gotten great reviews. It's badass. I can honestly, objectively say that. Okay. Hasta la vista, babies. And, you know, until I see you next time, peace, love, and soul. I'm out.